Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Taylor. You can call me the Nap Trap Saver. A little bit of quick background about myself for anyone who might be new here today. I am a new mama. I'm currently on a 1-year maternity leave in Canada. Outside of my maternity leave, I work in the tech industry. Now, because I am currently on a maternity leave, I am budgeting on a slightly reduced income, and I am using my YouTube channel to document my journey towards financial abundance utilizing cash stuffing. I am back for another sinking funds update. Here is my tracker from my last pay period. We'll dive on in. Let's quickly highlight where I spent a little bit of money during my last pay period. So where I put the stars along the side here, that's where I added or made any or where I spent rather throughout my pay period here. So firstly is beauty. I added a bit more money to that. I did that on camera, bringing that up to $40. Rainy day, I took out 40, bringing that down to 0. Christmas shopping has begun, and I actually dipped from that twice, bringing that down to $4.90 from my original $7.40 at the start of that pay period. Household, I took out $150, bringing that down to $250. And then lastly is my daughter Ella. We started at $200 with her at the end of the pay period, or at the beginning of the pay period. We took money out from her twice, bringing her down to 0. And I wasn't expecting to bring that down to 0, but I kind of surprisingly, we got enrolled for her and I into some mom and baby yoga, which I think is going to be well worth it. I've met some new moms in the new city that we're living in, and I got invited to join them in a fun class. And so that is why that one was dipped down a bit lower than I probably would normally like to go. So just setting up my tracker here for the start of the new pay period. I do have a couple of finished savings challenges that we'll be able to sync today as well. On my right side here, I have $200 in bills. So let's go ahead and get started. So firstly, with Christmas here today, I have a couple of finished Christmas challenges. So we're starting with $490. I think at the peak I had $800 in there before I started doing some Christmas shopping. So I just have a couple of minis that I finished off in my last Christmas savings special. So these are both by My Modern Homestead, super cute little tiny savings challenges. And I believe there is 25, so 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Perfect. So we're going to be putting that into Christmas, bringing that up to $5.15. I have done this the last, I think, 3 or 4 videos now where I forget to have my sinking funds binder all ready to go. Here we are. So let's go ahead and pop that into Christmas. I can find it. There we go. And I did have a tracker in here to mark my original goal to get up to $700. But we've made that goal now, so I no longer need to fill out that tracker. So let's just take a peek. So we should have $5.15, lots of $5 bills in here. Okay, so we've got $250 in the bank, $350, $450, $470, $490, $95, $100, $5, $10, $15. So that is all correct. $5.15. Let's go ahead and put that back on in. And while I'm putting this one away, or putting this money away, my next category is Ella, who is my daughter. She's 8 months old, and I depleted her sinking fund to 0. So I had recently spent a fair bit of time building this up. I knew that when we moved that I'd want to decorate a nursery for her. I wanted to get her some winter gear, so I've recently got her some waterproof gear. And then I mentioned I put us into a mama and baby yoga class and swimming lessons. So actually a lot of things with her. So right now, like I mentioned, this is at 0. And so I want to build this back up again. So I'm actually going to take one of my finished savings challenges here. So I'm going to grab this Thanksgiving one. This is Budget with Tiffany's challenge. I've got $30 in this finish challenge here. And I am Canadian, so I've already celebrated Thanksgiving this year. So it is all good with me that this money ends up going towards stuff for my daughter. So let's go ahead. Oh, those challenges, that was one of my Christmas ones. We can go ahead and put that into Ella. So we've got her up to $30 now. Oh, and there's the other Christmas challenge. Okay, so 0 plus 30. We're bringing this up to 30. Okay. So my next category is nails. I'm not going to be putting anything into nails. I haven't gone and gotten a pedicure yet. I have more than enough in there for a pedicure, so we don't need to do anything for that today. Next is rainy day, which I brought down to 0 my last pay period. I knew with recently moving that there would definitely be little expenses here and there that would come up, and they certainly have. So having a little bit in rainy day is always nice. So we're going to put $20 back into rainy day, bringing that up to $20. Okay. So we've got 20 in rainy day now. My next category is hair, which is currently at $250. I am going to be going and getting my hair done this pay period, so I should be depleting the majority of my hair category. So we're going to put $50 in there, bringing that up to $300. And I'm going to go see a new hairstylist because we've moved to a new city. So I'm a little bit nervous. I had a bad experience with bleach at a hair salon a couple of years back. So I do have a little bit of nerves going to see someone new, but I'm sure they're going to do a great job. Yeah, I feel like once you have something bad happen with your hair, you just think about it completely differently. So anyways, keep your fingers crossed for me. I love my hair girl that I've been seeing in where we lived before in that area, but it just made more sense to find someone closer to our new home now. Okay, moving on here, we have beauty, which is currently at $40. We are going to be putting 20 in there today, bringing that up to 60. And basically, I just typically like to have enough in here so that I can replace a product if I run out of something. So I think the next thing, I think it's going to be like either foundation or powder or something like that. So 20 into beauty, and we'll make sure. So we've got 5, 10, 20, 40, 60, which is perfect. And after beauty, we have clothing, I believe, which also has $40 in there. So 40 in clothing. I'm going to put $20 into clothing today, bringing that up to $60 as well. I've recently got a few things just because obviously I've had my baby 8 months ago, and I'm feeling like pretty good in my body postpartum now. So I feel like, just needing to get a few things with how my body's changed so much. But I feel like good with my wardrobe right now. So I'm not anticipating spending a whole lot there. Maybe something for Black Friday or for Boxing Day. Next, I have household, which is down to $250 after a little bit of spending last pay period. We're going to be putting $50 in there, bringing that up to $300. And what I will probably be buying from or spending from household next is I'd like to get a little bit of Christmas decor for our new home. So we're putting 50 into household. And I realize I'm just down to small bills here mostly, but that's okay. Yeah, so I'd like to get some Christmas decor. So I'll probably be looking at that the next pay period. Okay, my next one is socials. And socials is going to be getting a fair bit today. So I've got 30 in here right now. I am going to be pulling from one of my finished savings challenges, my Mama Bear budgets, this little self-care one. So we're going to be using, there's $30 in there. So that's going to be going towards socials. And I've got another, I'm going to put another 20. I want to put $50 into socials today. Socials, this will, the name of this envelope is going to change just to the name of my channel, but basically it's just stuff to make my YouTube channel better. Any savings challenges that I might need to buy, things like that. Basically, I've moved where I'm filming my videos. So before in our old home, I was filming them in my kitchen. Now I have a dedicated little den in our new home that I'm able to film in. And with filming in a den as opposed to a kitchen, I find that it's darker. So I want to get a second ring light for my filming setup. So I'm tucking a bit of money aside there, and I'm hoping that with Black Friday, maybe on Amazon, that I can grab another ring light to just brighten everything up a little bit. Okay, we're getting close here. So last two, we have gifts and birthdays. So gifts, birthdays. So what do we have for gifts right now? I've got 35 in there. And actually, I think just each of these categories are getting $10. So we're putting 10 into gifts, bringing that up to 45. And then in birthdays, I have 85, bringing that up to $95. I'm just going to do this at the same time, because that's all easy peasy. So gifts, nothing that I really see on the horizon right now, but always just like to have a little bit tucked aside in there just in case anything comes up. With birthdays, I do have birthdays in March that I will be shopping for. So I'm starting to save for that. So I've got 50, 60, 70, 80, 95 as expected. And with that, that concludes the sinking funds update for this pay period. Thank you all so much for following along with today's update video. If you haven't already, if you would consider subscribing to my channel, that would mean the world to me. And I hope you all have an amazing rest of your week. Bye, everyone.